All right, let's jump straight into probably the biggest problem for anyone using AI today.
Right.
Trust. I mean, you get this amazing articulate output, but how do you really know if it's true?
It's the constant challenge, yeah. These models are, incredible communicators,
Yeah.
but they're also incredible, well, confabulators.
Is it-
Hallucinations, right. They just sound so certain even when they're completely making things up.
Okay, so for today's deep dive, we're going to unpack this using a fantastic source. It's a new benchmark called the FCTS Leaderboard.
Right, and our mission here is to really get into how they're measuring factuality. It's not simple.
And you can tell, I mean, the
Mhm.
sheer scale of it. Aileen Chang and, 64 other authors?
Yeah, 64. It's a massive collaboration. And that just shows you how seriously the industry is taking this problem. What's really fascinating to me is that they get that factuality isn't just one thing, it's layered.
So it's not just a single test then?
No, not at all. The final score is actually an average of 4 different sub-leaderboards. Each one tests something unique to get a balanced view.
Okay, so let's walk through those 4 pillars. This is kind of your guide to how it all works. First up, we have FCTS Parametric.
Right. This one is all about the model's internal world knowledge. Think of it like a closed book exam, totally from memory.
So no looking things up, no search
E-
engine.
Exactly. It just uses its pre-trained parameters. It's a pure test of what it knows internally.
Okay, but wait. If the model's training data is, say, from 2023, isn't that internal memory already out of date? Why even test it?
But that's the whole point. You need that baseline. Because if its internal memory fails, then it has to know how to use external tools. And that brings us to the second pillar, FCTS search.
So that's when it gets to use a search engine.
Precisely. It evaluates how it does in, a normal information-seeking scenario. By separating them, you can figure out why it failed. Was it a bad memory? Or was it just bad at searching?
That separation is really powerful, yeah. Okay, so moving on from just text, we get to FCTS Multimodal. This is where it gets really interesting, right? Because now we're talking about images.
Exactly. It's testing if the model can answer questions based on an image you give it. And that's a huge step. Factuality is no longer just about words. It's about, well, seeing and understanding the world visually.
And that brings us to the last one, the verification step. FCTS grounding, version 2. This feels like the big one, especially for those long, detailed answers.
Oh, it's absolutely crucial. This tests if the model's answer is fully supported by documents that you provide to it.
So it has to cite its sources.
Perfectly. And that V2 part is really important. It means they've significantly improved the automated judges that score the answers. Because, that used to be a weak link. Now the whole verification process is much more trustworthy.
So I think the big takeaway for you here is that factuality isn't just one simple thing anymore. This leaderboard gives us a much more nuanced view by breaking it down into internal memory, search, visual understanding, and verification.
It really does. It shows you the different parts of what we might call intelligence, and it leaves you with a really interesting question to think about. When an LLM gets something wrong, is it because it has a bad memory, or is it because it's bad at checking its sources?
A failure of knowledge versus a failure of process.
Exactly. And what does that tell us about how we'll even define truth in AI going forward?